My name is MacMillan and I'm Business Development Manager for Machrihanish Airbase Community Company. So Machrihanish Airbase Community Company purchased the site in 2012. Previous to that it was former RAF Machrihanish Airbase. It's encompassing 1,025 acres, over 200 properties, its own high voltage electricity system, sewerage system and water system, so it's quite an extensive infrastructure. And over 1,025 acres, it's actually twice as big as the nearest town of Campbelltown. So it's quite a significant piece of infrastructure for a community to own, and it's quite unique. The purchase came about after the MOD decided they were going to sell the site. And at the time there was about 29 tenants on the site, one of them being a major employer in the area, but also the local houses were dependent on it for its water and sewerage. So 137 domestic properties were dependent on the site. So the community got itself together and decided that they would use the powers under the Land Reform Act to purchase the site from the Ministry of Defence. It took quite a lot of time to do that. It took 4 years of consultation and fundraising and an awful lot of business planning, but they eventually did that, and on the 11th of May 2012 it was purchased for the princely sum of £1. So the first tenants were the airport operator, so Highlands and Islands Airports Limited. So they operated the airport prior to Mac owning it, and they subsequently signed a lease to make sure that vital lifeline service continued to serve Campbelltown and the Kintyre Peninsula. We had Wind Tower Scotland as well as a major employer and manufacturer of wind turbine components. And we also had a lot of businesses who were using the site for storage and accommodation. So about 29 tenants in total, some of them relating to construction industry for projects that were going on locally. But since then we've expanded quite significantly to over 130 tenants. The vast majority of our tenants are small tenants, sometimes individuals. Self-storage is fantastically popular with us. We've got an awful lot of small buildings, a lot of unique buildings that were stores for munitions and things like that, and it's an original military past life, but today is now self-storage. So we've got about 70 or odd tenants are just doing storage. We've got a whole range of businesses here. We've got a 24/7 gym, which has been operational for the last 6-7 years. We've got a golf professional. More recently, as a Gal College to open up a construction campus on the site for the students locally, which is fantastic. We've had and still do have a cafe on the site as well, which is just great to have. So the diversity is brilliant as well. It's kind of not all your eggs in one basket anymore. Whiskey, we have just signed a lease with a company called Witchburn Distillery, and they're going to build a distillery on the site, repurposing one of the old military training facilities, which is fantastic to see. We've also got potential for bonded warehousing as well, again to accommodate the burgeoning whisky market. Campbelltown is a whisky region, and it's seen a kind of renaissance from having just 3 distilleries. There's another 3 with plan permission, and with the existing distilleries they've got their own expansion plans as well. So it's fantastic to see, and we've managed to tap into some of that. Another one is aerospace, as we do quite a lot of work with companies who do experiments, verification and testing of different components. So it's not permanently based here, but quite often they'll come in, do a project for several weeks or months, and then go off. And there's one company who have located locally and who do range tracking services, and so all start-ups, burgeoning companies, and we're very hopeful for the future for them. One of the main reasons behind the community getting to purchase this site was just the sheer potential that it had. It's a massive piece of infrastructure for the size of the community, and it has got enormous potential. So the main benefit we are currently delivering is over 200 people work from here, which is significant for the local economy, even on an Argyll and Bute basis. We also we've got a lot of room for expansion as well. So it doesn't really matter how disruptive your business is or your development could be. This site can accommodate it, and it's that potential is what we offer to the local community. Yeah, Community Land Scotland's been a great source of support and advice for us over the years. It's great to tap into a wider knowledge, a wider network like-minded individuals with fairly similar problems. We're quite a unique facility, so we have some quite unique problems, but there's an awful lot of shared knowledge and that's really useful from Community Land Scotland, and we're really delighted to be a member.